Everyone says eating healthy is expensive. Today, I put that to the test. I didn't buy from any grocery stores. I sourced my food as close to the source as possible from local farmers here in Durbanville, South Africa. Raw milk, yogurt and honey, pasture-raised eggs, the best quality meat that one can find here in Cape Town, all seasonal produce. This video I'll be breaking down exactly what I believe to be the healthiest diet, the food that you can eat, how much it will cost, the exact breakdown when it comes to macronutrients, micronutrients, all of that, as well as the importance of every single different type of ingredient that is here and where you can source it. So if you're from Cape Town, South Africa, you're definitely going to want to watch this video. Okay, so this is how I like to start off my day. It's always first thing, hydration. Okay, ignore the bottle. I want to give myself a nice one, but this is my sister's one. It's big volume, stainless steel, it's amazing. I throw ice in here once a day and then it keeps it cold for the rest of the day. I try and hydrate my body as soon as I wake up, just because your body's dehydrated and craves some hydration after sleeping. I squeeze a lime or a lemon in the water. I usually cut it like once a week into some smaller pieces. You take 2 of these and squeeze it in. I got some, spring water, sparkling. Go look at a company called Thirst if you're in South Africa, Cape Town. It's probably the most affordable but yet amazing water, like a Mountain Valley, I think is what it's called. It's probably the best one, but it's extremely expensive. I want to eat as healthy as possible while it's still being, to an extent, affordable financially. You know what I mean? Like, you can eat extremely healthy and then just go and get the base quality food, but it doesn't need to be extremely expensive. So Thirst is, for me, is perfect. The water quality is amazing. The TDS is quite high as well. And the story behind the company is also amazing. So yeah, lime, and then I use 10 grams of creatine. And then yeah, the cool thing about my coffee is we got some bone broth in here. So it's about 156 grams of bone broth. Then I usually throw some Silogit in as well. Sometimes I'll throw some raw milk and raw honey in here. So with the bone broth and everything, this will keep me satiated until I break my fast. I'm actually just fat fasting, but until I break my fast, I eat my first big meal, which is around 1 p.m. So yeah, this will keep me satiated and dialed in and focused while I do my work. I like being fasted and practicing intermittent fasting, especially to improve my cognitive function, okay? Because I am building 2 businesses as well, and I'm training for high rocks, and I'm doing a lot of things. So I really need to take care of my brain, and I only have a certain amount of time like everybody else, and so I want to get the most out of that by tapping into all the leverage points, leveraging everything I possibly can. When it comes to cognitive function, I feel like I operate better when I'm in a fasted state. So I usually try and do my most important deep work in that time frame, and then the lighter work I usually try and do after I eat. But when I eat, like after that, I'm digesting, my body feels more lethargic, lazy. It's just not an optimal time for me to really focus on work specifically. Then I like to train and do some light work, calls, meetings, stuff like that. All right, so we arrived at the butcher where I get all my meat. This is arguably one of the butchers with a better meat. It's called the Grounds Deli. But yeah, you'll see there's a lot of people in here, so it's a testimony to the quality of their meat. So I mean, the meat quality is insane, and it's not that expensive compared to most places. Right, so stay tuned. I'm definitely going to be interviewing one of the butchers here very soon. Hopefully one of the founders. That'll be amazing. All right, so this is our first official meal. We are actually breaking our fast right now. So this is about like 110 grams of sourdough. We got avo, 200 grams of chicken, and then honey all over this. Like, that's also one thing. If something tastes bland, especially like a carbohydrate, just throw honey over it. Like, it tastes amazing. So, like, I think the biggest thing when it comes to health, especially for me, like the 80-20, well, excluding the big 5, which is quality water, fresh air, grounding like in nature, walking, moving your body, getting sunlight, excluding those things, the 80-20 of when it comes to your diet, I truly believe is like eating whole food foods, single ingredient foods, as close to the source as possible, like as raw as possible. If you do that, like you are avoiding 90% of the problems. You know, some of these problems and negative effects that come from all these like processed food, seed oil, whatever this thing might be, we are still ignorant to a lot of these things, you know, because it just there's not enough research done on it. So eating like our ancestor did is like it's avoiding the potential damage that can be done to your vessel by living in discordance with nature, okay, essentially eating all these processed things. So yeah, this is what I truly believe is a great meal, single ingredient foods, and just really trying to focus on quality sourcing. That's what this video is all about, making sure that you know where you are getting the food from, and actually like enjoying the food. You know, this is so easy. Like I already prepped this chicken. I make chicken like twice a week, and then I just prep for 3 days. So then I know I just need to throw the sourdough in a toaster, cut the avo, and then drizzle honey over everything, you know? So this is almost like a ready-made meal for me. All right, so a little quick update. I just finished breaking my fast. I'm drinking my fat-soluble supplements right now. So we got this bad boy, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D3 plus K2. I've got a better supplement that I'm going to link in the Loom video that I'll be making. This is what I'm currently drinking. I just found a better one recently that's got restocked. And my main focus is getting all the magnesium. So the one I'm linking and showing you guys in the Loom video after this is the one I'm drinking, and it's absolutely amazing. I drink one in the morning and then one at night. It's going to give me about 230-ish milligrams of magnesium elemental, I think. It has 500 mgs of each magnesium. I think there's 3 that's in that one. I am a happy man. So we got the liquid gold here. Let me show you guys. 4.5 liters of raw honey. Absolutely amazing. With 2 different flavors, essentially from where the bees get the pollen from which flowers. So we got multiflora. I'm guessing that just means multi-flower. So they're basically just not sure where it comes from. And then we got eucalyptus. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we are currently at Boschendal right now on the farm, and we came to pick up the dairy products. So we got some raw milk here, and then we got some of this beautiful looking yogurt. Look at that. So yeah, we are sorted with a full cream yogurt, also, you know, unpasteurized. It's gonna be amazing. I'm very excited. Everything here is made on the farm, so we actually purchased some carrots and some other things here as well. So everything is grown on the farm here. They also have the best meat quality voted in 2023, I think, in the country. So absolutely amazing stuff. But yeah, I got a local butcher close to Durbanville where I buy my meat, which is also amazing food quality. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we got our afternoon little fruit bowl over here. This is absolutely amazing. Essentially what we got going on here, raw milk, raw yogurt. This is focused a lot more on my gut health, you know, and essentially the pre-workout gym snack. Okay, so make sure my glycogen storage just is filled up. I think it's like chia seeds stuck in my teeth, but you know, chia seeds in here, coconut flakes, cacao nibs, berries, a lot of berries, raw milk, raw yogurt, raw honey, bee pollen actually as well. This is the best of the best. Like, I mean, you're not going to struggle to be able to see the quality of this food. You know, you can see this is organic food. It's a different ball game, you know. Very excited to tuck into this. So we are actually on our way to the farm. We're going to be picking up our fresh fruit and vegetables. So this is all organic, and it's actually very cheap. And it's literally, it's like super close to my house. I picked up my fiance. And so yeah, we're heading off there now. I'm actually very, very excited. We're like literally on farm area, like land, you can see it. It's a beautiful morning. It's cold, but it's giving some nice ambient vibes. All right, so this is the final meal that we got here. So it's my steak, my little salad, and then we got some carrots, cucumber, cheese, and then tomato in here with some olive oil over that. And then a little bonus here, we got a little pastry because we now have to take control of our food. Got a little diet going, so this is arguably my favorite meal of the day. The salad is essentially, and the pastry is seen as my carbs, but this is gonna keep me very full. All right, let's give it a go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, let's get into the actual breakdown of, you know, essentially this diet, this meal plan, and yeah, just a bit more like into the numbers that you guys can actually see where I'm getting all these numbers from, what I'm working with, how I got to where I am right now. So just very short, I'm, you know, around 181 centimeters, or around 80 kilograms. I'm 24-year-old white male, of course, as you can see. I'm training a lot. I'm walking around on average, well, literally, if I look at my app, my Whoop band, about 11,000 steps on average the past 6 months. Okay, 11,500. I'm very active. I hit the gym around 5 times a week, and I'm training for High Rocks. I'm also building 2 businesses. So yeah, I'm really focusing on my health and my nutrition. And so my main goal for this is to essentially hit 2,300 calories, and then as an add-on, give myself some space to then focus on maybe eating a pastry or whatever, you know, like you guys saw me eating a pastry just now. Like tracking your calories, not as a burden, but as a privilege. Okay, so I do track my calories, not extremely intensely, but I know roughly, like I made this diet, of course, so I know how much all the foods are going in to where or whatever. Also, plan to eat all your meal base under your calories. So have a meal plan for, let's say, 2,200 calories or whatever on average, and then you know you got 300-400 calories still left to still eat under deficit. Like my maintenance is 2,700 calories. So as long as I'm eating that or under that, I'm going to be able to get shredded and also fuel my body needed, as long as my protein is up there, you know, and then I can dictate the carbs as I need to. Like, once again, when you know how food works in your body, you know, responds to that, you are just able to curate meals. Okay, so definitely I highly recommend to go and have a look at you know, Founders Acquisition. There's a free community, 1,700 people in, and then I create so much modules, hours and hours of free modules talking about food, you know, lifestyle, all these things. So go and have a look at that. I dive a lot deeper into that than in there, because I'm spending more time with you. You know, the videos are an hour, 2 hours long. But yeah, so the first meal that we looked at here, and we're going to get into how much all of this cost. Okay, so bone broth, shellacea, sea moss. I actually forgot to eat the sea moss this morning, but yeah, we do sea moss. And then, you know, sparkling water. So this is what we're working with. Morning, we got the chicken breast, right? The avo, sourdough, raw honey, the supplements. This is the calories we're working with. You know, we want to be, it's fat fasting. Okay, so just because we're not 8 carbs, like I'm still technically fasting. I'm fat fasting, intermittent fasting. That's why we did the bone broth. Essentially just keeps me gives me energy while I'm still fasting, if that makes sense. Break my fast, high fat, high protein, you know, lowish carbs. The carbs that I do eat is low glycemic, so it's not going to spike my blood sugar. Then come into the snack, you know, the raw milk, you know, you can't beat this. Before, after the gym, for essentially this is just fully over the carbs, you know, also trying to get my fiber in on this meal. But yeah, then the last meal, sirloin steak. Okay, it's probably my favorite meal of the day. I actually love all these meals, but you know, this one focusing more on protein. Red meat digests a lot more heavier, so that's why I eat it at night and not during the morning, and before I go to bed, the gym, of course. Okay, and I always try and eat 4 hours before I go to bed, so at least to give my body enough time to digest all of that. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the entire day today would cost me on average on a monthly basis around 7,230 Rand, around $400. Okay, so how expensive is this? That's obviously subjective. I'm going to get into a half price diet also as a bonus for you guys. Okay, for some people, this is too expensive, especially for myself. Sometimes, you know, me, when you start a family, kids, you know, wife, like me timesing this by 3-4, it's getting very expensive, bro. So, you know, I need to look at different routes. Maybe not eating a steak a day because I need to feed 4 people. So maybe I need to do some more chicken, some ground beef, stuff like that. So yeah, but expense is how expensive something is very subjective. All the American boys watching this is going to be $400. Are you crazy? You're ridiculous. It's so cheap. So come to South Africa, okay? Let me take you guys on a little experience here. But for the locals here in South Africa, we know this for one person a month, you know, that is quite tough. Now don't get me wrong. This is the best food you're going to be eating.
organic, free range, pasture raised, raw milk, the best sirloin steak you can find, just bone broth. It's loaded with nutrients, okay? It's absolutely amazing. Vitality food, okay? But you don't need to be spending so much money to eat like that, okay? I've got a couple of rules we can get into right now, but first of all, let me just show you guys sort of how and where I buy all these food, okay? It's a little bonus for you guys watching this, okay? So this is where I do the cacao nibs, livable or whatever. I'll probably just link down everything down in the description. Let me know, maybe comment blueprint if you guys want all the links or whatever, and I'll probably just send it to you, maybe on Instagram or whatever. We'll figure it out. So all this, you know, raw cacao, coconut nibs, everything I order on here, maybe all of this is on a monthly basis. Now, don't get me wrong, some of this stuff, like I put this on lower, that's 600 Rand. Yeah, I said 300 because this is easily going to keep you 2 months, okay? My milk, I get at Mistel Farms, okay? I'm giving you guys all the source right now. It took me years to get all this, these plugs, okay? This is the best stuff, okay? Butter, all my dairy products, all my bone broth I get here as well, the salt. This is where I order everything on bulk. This is how much I do per month. Bry box, I get all my meat from at the best price. All this stuff, I'm giving you guys the best prices. That's still the best quality. For example, Winelands, they actually tasted their eggs. It's got the best quality eggs in the Western Cape, certified and everything, and it's the cheapest as well. So it's amazing. This guy stays so close to me. I got him on WhatsApp speed dial. Base eggs, okay? But as right now, I'm not really doing eggs right now. I'm just doing the chicken fillet. So his chicken's obviously also very good. This is where I get the supplements, okay? CMOS, like pause and, you know, go and buy it. If you're in South Africa, I'm giving you the source right now, okay? All the supplements, and then coffee I just get on here, okay? So yeah, let's get into the cheaper one. Half price, essentially, not really half price. It's around 4,400 Rand. But essentially, you're just swapping out the steak for ground beef and more chicken. You're swapping out a little bit less avo, no raw milk, okay? Because raw milk's a bit more expensive. Probably going to have to get rid of the raw yogurt as well, okay? A good rule for me is any whole foods is better than no organic certified free range food, okay? If you can't afford the organic certified free range pasture raised stuff, at least just get the whole food, okay? Rather get a carrot than what you don't get potentially, you know, or when I get enough money, I'm going to be able to get a certified organic carrot. You know what I mean? Like, just rather get the carrot. Any whole food is better than no organic food, okay? Like organic certified, pasture certified, whatever. Like if you can't afford the base quality steak, just get some ground beef, okay? So this is the probably like, if you still want to be healthy and pay around half the price, everyone in South Africa, if you're actually focusing on your health, needs to be looking at least a diet like this, okay? 4,400 per person. This needs to be acceptable, okay? If you really want to focus on your health, that is what it is, okay? Then you still got bone broth, okay? You still got good quality eggs, pasture-raised eggs, free-range ground beef, avo, sourdough. You still got supplements. You're not doing the magnesium, okay? But you are doing vitamin D3 and omega-3 fatty acids, no other supplements. You're still doing raw yogurt, berries, rolled oats, you know, a chicken, like a lot of chicken. You are rooibos tea, raw honey. This is the calories you're working with, the amount you're paying. Like, you're still eating it like a king, okay? But yeah, of course, you know, you're not going to be spending, like, you're getting what you pay for, okay? And yeah, a couple of rules that I live by, okay? Always try and buy seasonal and no more than one location to buy food from, okay? This is what I like to do, buy seasonal. And because you're buying seasonal, some places might not have the things you're looking for. And so therefore, maybe having a couple places to go. Like, for example, this morning when I went to go and look for fruit, one farmer's market didn't have that. Okay, so I had to look for a different one. I know all the farmer's markets in my area. Okay, so if you're coming to Durbanville, to my valley, like I'll be able to sort you out. Supplement for the sake of deficiency, not for the sake of supplementation, okay? And if you can, always, and I mean always, try and supplement your deficiency first through your lifestyle and actual food before you look at supplements, okay? So all the supplements I mentioned is literally there as supplementations on top of the food and the lifestyle, okay? A lot of people just supplement while still eating like shit, okay? First, get your diet in order and your lifestyle, then focus on supplementation, okay? If it's in your power to change it, do so, okay? I'm talking about plastic containers, plastic water bottles, like plastic utensils. Just change it. Get glass, get wood, get, what do you call it? Coconut fiber, whatever. Okay, it's in your, like, a lot of people think it's also so crazy. It's so easy to change it. Just do it. Guys, that's that for the video. I'm trying to keep it as short as possible. I think it might still be fairly longish, But if you guys got some value out of this video really took some time for me to make and to do all the research. And yeah, I want to give you guys as much value as possible. If you guys enjoyed this, please hit the subscribe button, like the video, comment a blueberry emoji so that I know you guys made it here. And yeah, I appreciate you guys taking the time to walk this journey with me, and hopefully this was valuable to you. All right, have a good day. Check out the free community, the link in the description, and see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.